stream has started. Gotta make sure it works. Be sad if it didn't. There we go. My voice. Pop out that chant. Swoop it on top. And that's all I need. Gotta go. Back at it again with Pokemon Legends Arceus. Okay, what moves does Steelix know? Okay, let's get you to change some moves. Roll out, tackle. Tackle would actually be kind of consistent right now. And that's it. Okay. That's all it's got. Alright, let's make it day real quick before I forget. Make it morning. Make sure it's morning. Double, triple check that it's morning o'clock. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Every now and again, I just see some weird little notification pop up, and I think to myself, like, ooh, something new, and it's just, no, it's just YouTube being YouTube things. Leave me alone. Oh my god. That's a gold duck after me. Oh god. This is not what I wanted. This is not it. This is not how I wanted things to go. I mean, I could catch it. It'd be funny, catch the gold duck. That's actually letting me fight it. Got one. Not what I was trying to do. But hey, it works. Now I'm in grass. Togepi. No. No! Oh my god. Really? The fuck? Little. Just catch the Togepis. Just catch them. Catch them while you can. Oh my god. Oh, that's gold duck. I'm just running. This isn't even what I'm here for. Actually, hold on. Shut up. And what did I gotta catch? Oh. Okay. Run off, why don't ya? If I actually could hit them. Oh my god, that's an alpha. Why can't... Bring the alpha closer. Or not. No, what the fuck? I wanted to catch the alpha. Oh, it's level 52. It hits me with a resisted Giga Impact. No. I'm just gonna hit with Stealth Rock, which should be enough. Okay. That was, quite honestly, just terrible. It's nowhere else where one spawns either. This is kind of the problem. At least 4 of them want to evolve. Which means I gotta go and trade them out. Which means I need to go back to camp, and then I want to go back to camp. I Gotta go back to camp. Gotta go camping. Camping with some of the longest evolution scenes. I still don't know what to be doing. I gotta do all this. Just the most boring part. It's just like it's the easiest way to quote unquote catch some rare Pokemon. It's just to evolve from their previous evolutions. So that counted as 5. Or 4, I should say. I want to see my Pokemon. There we go. I have to rest in the day. There's no fast travel. Or, well, there is fast travel, just not to more places. I almost got myself knocked out for that. But you know what? Collecting some souls, now that's worth it. So, scratch my arm. I still need. I haven't caught 1 star after a while. It's quote unquote flying. Which, not even 100% sure what he even means by that. Like, well, it's just walking around? Because of it, I'm like, kind of hoping so. One didn't spawn there. One didn't spawn over here either. Which means we got to abuse the game's spawning mechanics. So I have looked them up and how the spawn mechanics work to some degree. And that it works in 2 parts. There's a limit to how many Pokemon can be out and about. And what is the other thing? Oh yeah. And the other thing is that Pokemon spawns are in a queue system, which I find interesting. So, by beating and catching Pokemon, or by making them run away, thus spawning a bunch of Pokemon, which I didn't even check. Steelix, okay, I think Highlands, so we can get Steelix. Yeah, Steelix. Gotta do a lot more on Onyx, but with Steelix. Iron Tail's the other move I gotta use. So, luckily I'm doing that with Steelix though, so. Just gotta like, get all those move usages in. This basically just means that in areas where... Hey, Kit. Hello. Hi. Hi, Kit. I figured, I looked up how the spawn mechanics of this game work. And apparently it's this queue system. So, to free up queue spots, you gotta just beat stuff up. Or catch them. Preferably catching. Ignore me. He did not heed my warning to ignore me. Oh, no, you don't get to run away. I just don't need you. Yeah, there we go. Definitely not confusing. Yeah, basically, if you want something to spawn in the area, just get rid of the other Pokemon and free up spots. That's basically what it is. Just catch, like, any method of getting a Pokemon to despawn. Like, chase the Starly around. And look, it flies away. That counts as a despawn because it ran away. So, and eventually in the old spawning spots, eventually new Pokemon will spawn. I keep thinking that's a chest I should be able to open. That's not. But I also don't know how, how much I have to clear out. At the same time, that's kind of another problem. Okay, gotta use stealth rocks, so just beat stuff up. Beat stuff up until things respawn. I would say that's the moral of the story, but the story has no morals. Staravia, you want to start the fight, and you started off with Roost. With a dumb move. They didn't say how much. No, not really, because I imagine it's like different from area to area. Because if you kind of like notice, the way that the spawns are is, for the most part, kind of like secluded areas. Like Deadwood Haunt is different from Sandreach, and there's like, for the most part, a weird gap between no Pokemon, and then there's Bather's Lagoon, which also just has like kind of a gap. And like some Pokemon are on the edges of the gap, like Pokemon I'm forgetting the name of this. Yeah, this Beautyfly. But as soon as you start walking into like one area, it starts to slowly like unload the other. Or at least that's what I think is happening. For all I know, this could just be massive spaghetti code. Yeah, I turn back around, Pokemon starts spawning back. Yep, there it is. More Pokemon are starting to spawn. So that just seems what I just gotta do. I just gotta run around and clear it out. Which is probably why a lot of Pokemon that make you use certain moves have move usages so high, is because they expect you to just do this. This is what they expect. Because other than Blissey, there's no good way of gaining XP. And spawns, you just have to clear them out. There's no easy way to reset them. It's not like Scarlet and Violet where you can just pull out a picnic and it resets it, or you can just walk to a different area. It's unfortunately not how this game works. This game is a bit more like oddly smart about how it does it. I do need to catch Chadox, so they are just abundant in this area. But I think once I get the hang of it, I think this will be a relatively just fun cycle. Just go around the area, beat up all the Pokemon, leave. You don't even have to leave that far, just like kind of just go on a business trip. Come back. Just enough to be yeah, kind of, especially since the game both before and after had like way more game mechanics you can manipulate way better, and now it's dark time and ghost types are spawning. Yay, you know what that means. Spooky scary. If I can catch Dusk Noir, I'm gonna catch it. Oh, yeah, yeah. Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, those have, like, way easier times of manipulating spawns. Alright, like, I remember from Sword and Shield, the ability to just, like, walk into a different section and for the most part, like, reload a lot of Pokemon is absurdly OP. Scarlet and Violet is even worse because you don't even have to leave the area. You can just open up a picnic. That's like the real game mechanic. I can evolve my Prinplup. Like, that's straight up what it is that you just find a flat enough area, you open up a picnic, despawns everything, you close down the picnic, they all start spawning again, but it's different spawns. Scarlet and Violet is absurd on how easy that is, and Sword and Shield are not that much better. So the fact that this game has you actually, like, for the most part, have to go out of your way to make this stuff work is quite interesting. I will put a Chansey on my team. It will be funny. Funny for the money. Okay, so I completely forgot Ghost-type Pokemon spawned there during the night. I thought I could just, like, end the cycle, but no, it has to be, like, you must rest till morning and then run back. But yeah, and then what was it? Some other spawns like the shaking trees. Because those are always apricot and berry trees. Those, I'm pretty sure, are tied to when you load the area in for the first time, because those count as breakable objects, and breakable objects only load in for the first time, and they don't respawn. And since they don't respawn, Pokemon you can only get from shaking trees only spawn once. So, yeah, making them a lot more annoying to actually do any farming for. I haven't seen the new video. I'm gonna say this in advance. The No Straight Roads video, 2 parts of it are mute, and that's because of copyright. So, yeah, that's just because of copyright. And I'm like, oh, I have to catch. Oh, just the 15. Okay, cool. I can just start fighting them now. No more catching. Now it's just violence. But, yeah, for the No Straight Roads video, 2 parts of it, YouTube were marked for copyright. And so, just for safety, I let YouTube automatically just mute those. Which then made me kind of realize that as much as I want to, I'm probably not going to be able to do No Straight Roads for, like, perfecting all the bosses. That's probably something I'm not going to be able to do on stream. Because the problem that I would have is that I would try to focus, and then I would shut up, and then too much of the background music would play, or something like that. So, yeah, if I want to ever 100% complete, or, like, master No Straight Roads, that's gonna have to be my own time. So, but I am surprised it did take up to, like, the 3rd video for that to even happen. Like, the last time I had a copyright strike was back in, like, 2017, 2018. That was because of, that was because of what caused that. It was the, I remember, I think I remember now. Or will I? That's not what I want. Okay. First off, get rid of this Pokemon. My god. Why? Why are you in the back? I don't want to. Oh my god. I didn't want Star Raptor because I really need to start trying to catch these Star Raptor while they're flying. I don't even know like what that exactly means. I'm just assuming just like catch them while they're, you know, not in battle or something like that. Losing so much health on Steelix. Holy crap. You're gonna roost? You're really gonna roost? You're gonna roost? Strong style rock slide. With my big toothy boy. But yeah, the last time I had a copyright strike was back in, yeah, it was either 17 or 18. And the reason for that was the animations for the signature Z moves in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were copyrighted. That's right, I'm staring at me. Yeah, so I gotta heal. Entire thing's ruined. Yeah, I haven't had a copyright like that in a hot minute. What was my favorite Pokemon game? Yep. I think I've said this before that like my opinion has changed so much over the years that I don't really have a favorite Pokemon. So like, first Pokemon that comes to my mind is just like, oh, the Pokemon you like. It's usually Mimikyu. And I wouldn't even say Mimikyu is my favorite. It's just the first one that pops in my head. But it's just like, I like Mimikyu. Mimikyu's cute. Good number of times, like, I'd say it's Japanese name instead. Mikareo. And it's just, I thought that building was a massive fucking Pokemon. Oh my god. But, yeah. Probably something like Mimikyu is what I would go with for my answer. It's cute. It's there. Generation 7, the gen that it came out, it was a pretty good competitive contender. And then came Gen 8, and then they nerfed it. So, yeah. Okay. Now the real question is, Kit, what's your favorite Pokemon? Once we figure out what your favorite Pokemon is, I'll judge you by that. I'll judge your entire personality off of that. I find it funny that Stealth Rocks is just straight up just a damaging move in this game. Like, there's no reason for it to do damage. But, like, at the same time, there's no online battling for this game, so it makes sense. Okay, mister, I'm going to explode you now. There's no health items, there's no abilities, there's no online play. Instead, here's just a Steelix that looks good. Run, little birdie, run. Caught your unawares. Say cheese. Steelix Spectus Bucks. A singular Ultra Ball? You have a Vaporeon plushie and you named it Sophie. I need to use this Chansey to do stuff so it builds up friendship. I knew that Chansey still evolves with friendship in this game. I had to look up the friendship mechanics for this game to even figure out how they work. Basically, anytime the Pokemon just gains experience, it gains friendship. Which is handy to know. I'm getting more on Steelix than I am on Staraptor, and that's what I'm here for, is Staraptor. But Staraptor spawns so little. You stray too far from the battle. Wow. I could not think of a bigger lie. Some anime prowess out here. No. There. Close enough for the battle. Straight. What? I'm just leaving that one. I'm leaving that one. That's unacceptable. Stray too far from the battle. Yeah, right. Yeah. Such a limp Pokeball throw. Why? Because it's a final evolution. Partially because it's a final evolution, but then also partially because it's in an air, like, not that high level of an area. That's like the other problem is basically the Pokemon in this area are not that high of a level compared to the rest of the game. Like, they're in the low 30s. And some of them are even lower than that. Because you can get a Staraptor at, like, level... what was it? It's like 33, 34, 35, something like that. Like, in the low to mid 30s. And then here's just a Staravia that's just level 30 outright. So, it's not even, like, a density manipulation thing either. It's just straight up, some of them are just not high enough level. Yeah, basically level bottlenecking. And it's really annoying. Like, it sucks that there's not that many locations they spawn in. And then on top of that, they just don't spawn that often in the first place. Mimic? I didn't even use a move yet. I love the random Pokemon AI. It's literally just pick whatever you want, and it is the dumbest thing ever. I didn't even get to beat it. It runs away. Catch it. Wait. I got apricots. I just want to catch the thing while it's flying, and then I get bombarded by literally everything else. This is not what I wanted. I need to see if I have more of those rotten apricots, because those seem to do the trick. You should not be able to see me. Why? Why can you see me? Bullshit! Right. Okay. Another set of stealth rocks. Okay, I gotta see if I can just... These attempts of trying to catch are terrible. So, maybe if I use something like... Where are they? I should have like a bunch. Mud, spoiled apricots. Those items should do the trick. Drop some stuff off I don't need. Sleep till morning. Are you going to do any shiny farming with this game? It's probably not. Because that's just a... Shiny Pokemon don't really, like... I don't really care for them. I kind of don't. And if I ever, like, do anything shiny hunting wise, it's going to be like one specific Pokemon for one really specific reason, and then that would be it. Not just to be like, oh, I just want this Pokemon in my collection because shiny Pokemon are cool. It's just like, I kind of don't care. I kind of don't care for shiny Pokemon. So, yeah. I mean, is this game really good for shiny hunting? For the Pokemon that you can get shiny, oh, yeah, it's absolutely amazing. You can get absurdly high rates. But for the game, for, like, anything else, eh. So if I just... No, stop targeting. I like just throw mud at your face. I can just battle you. Okay. So if I throw enough battles of mid, I should be able to just catch a Pokemon. But guess what? Staraptor ain't here. Oh, yay. That means beat up more Pokemon. Just gotta beat up that Pokemon. My leg is itchy because I was doing stuff outside. Doing some outside stuff. Finally got around to putting fenders on my bike. So now the next time it rains, my butt won't get wet and it won't ruin my light. Can I? What is happening? Fog, that's right. That's what's causing it. Fog. Really? Come on! I just healed. There we go. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Whoa, that's a weird outline. Oh, that's from the water. Oh, that's weird. That's a weird effect. More burbs. Borb. It's borbing time. Can I hit? Can I just attack? Oh my god. Fog isn't supposed to reduce your accuracy this much. Why am I so unlucky? Whoa, why is my internet dipping? What? YouTube, you're cringe. You're lying. Oh, that's the thing you're meant to... Oh, okay, so that's how you open those. You just break them. 1, 2, break free. And it ran... Oh, no, it used Roost. Didn't run away. Strong style stealth block. Finally, the fog cleared up. Yay, I can get the Chansey to evolve. Okay, so that means they can just passively exist in the party, and then they can evolve. Okay, that's good to know. Trying to be epic and intimidating with a Blissey, but it's a Blissey. It's literally friend-shaped. It's the one Pokemon you can't make enemies with. It's friend-shaped. What do I have healing-wise? You know what? I'll use one of these in Steelix. I don't care. Anyway, this is like the prime spawn point. So, a game I decided to pick up because I thought, hey, you know, it's from a franchise I like. You know, maybe this game, you know, won't be absolutely terrible. And then I bought it after looking up the reviews, and then I realized that, like, that was a mistake. Because I bought a copy of Bakugan Champions of Vestroia for the Switch. And oh my god, I've played like maybe 2 hours of it. I regret spending $20 on it. It is not worth it. It is not worth it. I'm nowhere near done with that game. I've barely started with that game, and it's just like, yeah, it is not worth it whatsoever. No, see, just I could say something, or something could happen, and it would be realistically a decently long time before you get to see it, because I have DVR enabled, which also helps with whenever my like internet kind of like craps out for a second, which is kind of the main reason why I have DVR enabled. But if I'm like saying or talking or explaining something, it's just like, how long until you get to actually hear what I'm talking about? See, now it's been so long since... See, I don't exactly understand... Like... I don't know. Oh, they're all ready to evolve. Never heard of that game before? Yeah, so... Champions of Vestroia is... I kid you not, alright, is the only console game that the first Bakugan reboot got, and it sucks. The reason you never heard of it was because the second generation of Bakugan was not really well received, and that game just was not good. It just wasn't. And it's mostly because it tries emulating the brawl system from the anime, but where that may be all fun and games for the anime, They translate it so poorly into the game. It is so poorly done. I don't understand how they did that. It's so bad. And, like, the main thing is it's supposed to mostly be the combat. And the combat is not good. And when you're not doing combat, you are running across the map just to talk to different people for the next objective. And it's not very good. Just subs not 10 minutes again. From your responses to when I've been saying things, it's not been that big of a difference. Like, there's still definitely a difference, but it's not like terrible or anything. It's kind of what you get out of DVR mode, so. Which isn't an OBS thing, like, it's something from the actual YouTube stream itself. I don't know if it's possible to set it up on other versions, but I know it's something you can do on PC at the least. Checking the Pokedex. Yeah. But, yeah, not... Honestly, I kind of... New Vestroya, like, or not... I keep saying New Vestroya. No, that was Gen 1 stuff. That was back when Bakugan was actually good. See, okay, so the problem is I can only evolve one because I need to catch the other ones. But I know it's going to be a pain later on, so I'm just going to fill my entire party with Chanseys. So that way they can all get friendship. That's until morning. But the thing about Champions for Vestroya, it's just weird on how they did things. And out of the 3 Bakugan games ever put on console, it is the worst one. I don't know how they managed to do that, how Spin Master managed to get, like, to make the best Bakugan game ever be Bakugan Battle Brawlers, the first one they ever make. And it's just, like, perfect. And then they make Defenders of the Core, which was good for the time. Not really. It still wasn't really that good of a game. But it's something you can have fun with, and I remember struggling with it as a kid. And so that was nice. And then it's just like New Vestroya. It's just like, this is just hot garbage. Like, I don't know how they managed to get worse with every single game. But the first 2 games, Battle Brawlers and Defenders of the Core, which are Generation 1 of Bakugan, those I will be doing Let's Plays of. I'm actually thinking of doing Battle Brawlers after I get done with No Straight Roads. It's just been something I've been wanting to do. Yeah. Also, nap time. Because it's always nap time, because if we ever go back for any reason to professors, you might as well nap. And that is an alpha chat tot. That is hilarious. Pitch down, slow down, chat tot tries to sound intimidating, it plays rough into a steel type, you fool. You fool, I shall strong stell, a rock slide. You shall crumple before me. You idiot. I just love the inclusion that random Pokemon can just become alphas. Just love that. It's my out of all the weird gimmicks this game has, alpha Pokemon are just funny. Because anything can become an alpha. Because you just don't get it. You just don't get that I'm the alpha here. So I saw my birdie. Okay, so how does this work? When using the field, spray muffles the sound of your footsteps and makes wild Pokemon less likely notice you for a short time. My preferred bird of prey, or should I say bird of predator. It's finally in a position that I should be able to throw a ball at it. Like this. Haha! Oh. Get suspicious. It is sus. Sussy baka? No. Fool. Can I catch you? Okay, cool. So now we just do the, hit it with mud. And then it does that, and then we catch, and then we throw Pokeballs at it, and we go back to the mud. What? What? Fight me, big bird. Fight me. Mud. Now I am far too low on health, so battle. Yes. Yes. Oh, hello, rabbit boy. I haven't seen you around in a hot minute. That catching attempt went absolutely horrible. Okay, I have to crouch to get that. That's good to know. I have to crouch for that. I gotta buy a new hard drive. My hard drive is slowly filling up. I'm gonna have to buy a new one at some point. Rabbit boy, you're fine. Just wasn't expecting it to join a stream, especially something like this. Fuck? Okay. Oh, there's a bug on my wall! Oh! Oh, you fool! You idiot! I have a torch! Got it. See it literally just like flop down off the wall. Now that's funny. Off the corner of my eye, I just see it. Lord have Fern, the streamer that goes out of her way to kill insects because they annoy her at the slightest of inconveniences. Chat could run away, which then hopefully opens up more spawns. Then hopefully a Star Raptor. Staraptor to start star rapping. The later the night it becomes, the more tired I am, and thus I slowly become more irrational. Whoosh. Whoosh. I wish more Star Raptors would spawn. Be really nice. Stab it, yay. Hit it with the torch. It was way funnier. Way more effective. Sad you're just be killing birds on stream. Roost, I thought it would run away. HP is full, you say. Iron Tail, even with strong style, only gets up to an accuracy of 90. That's good to know. It's moving. There's a Pokemon in it. It's a Geodude. It's just a rock guy. Okay, and then they start spawning, and I should be able to turn around and have them spawn this direction, right? Nope. Spawn down here, though. And it runs away. They always run away. Staravias are the only ones that are actually ballsy enough to actually stay in the fight. Although, weirdly enough, they get to attack first sometimes. Which is highly annoying. Style rock slide. Woo. Yeah, I want to be honest. Earlier in the night, I thought I would not been able to stream purely because what was it? Words being words. The internet was out, and it didn't come back on until, like, I got home at, like, 8 o'clock. It's just concrete with arms. It's just concrete with arms. That's a good one. But I got home from work at 8. And I didn't. Internet didn't come back until like 5 after 9. It's like a little over an hour. And a little over an hour of me thinking I would not been able to stream tonight. But then it came back on. But it's just concrete with arms. That's a good one. Do I have to beat Chatot with a specific move? Am I crazy? Electric moves. Okay. There was a gimmick in Diamond, Pearl, and I think it was also in Platinum. Not sure if it was in Platinum. That with a Chatot, there was a special little thing you could do where you could record your own message, and that for online play, you could, when using a Chatot, and use chatter, it would relay that same exact message. It would use whatever you recorded and say that to the opponent. Which had two things to it. One, it means that you could say whatever you want to anyone you were Pokemon battling across the world. Which was a horrendous idea. And second off, it had a chance to confuse the opponent, but the confusion chance was based off of how loud the recording was. So if you could make that super loud, then then it would have the best chance of confusing the opposing Pokemon, which is just so funny. And then I think it was this is why I think it was either in Platinum or maybe it was in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. That mechanic no longer worked, and chatter works the way that it does today. Thankfully, it does that. Because although it would be really funny just to yell over the internet various words, for a kids game that is played by a surprisingly large amount of adults and teenagers, it's a good thing that you can't just do that. Yeah, one of them wants to evolve. It's getting dark and Steelix is at low health, so gotta take a nap. Before we nap, evolve that Chansey. I want to see my Pokemon. I need another Chansey. I need another chance. David, give me another chance this way. It's raining. Weather in my Pokemon game? Unbelievable. Weather has been a mechanic since Generation 3. Gen 2 was the one to introduce a time and clock system. But Gen 3 added weather. Nappy time. Yeah, okay, I don't care if you run my chat out. But Staravias are technically the only ones I actually have to battle, since all the other Pokemon don't actually fight. Yeah, now two of them can evolve. 'Cause that's how that goes. Just gain XP passively, and one of them that I have apparently is an alpha. Forgot about that. fade out of existence. I don't need you, you scum. Scum of the Pokemon world. This is why I think this game's gonna take absolutely forever. I need Star Raptors, because I need to beat them using rock moves. I need to beat them, or I need to catch them while they're flying. I learned my stealth rocks and then perished. Staravias. Ew. I don't want no Staravia. Steelix, I'm now noticing, actually looks really good in this game. Such a simple Pokemon, yet it benefits so much from the art style. Stealth Edge. How about Stealth Rocks? Staraptor just spawn? Please? Please, I need another Staraptor. You're not a Staraptor, so I don't want you. Oh, you want to fight? You always want to fight. Oh no, it's gonna use. I'm gonna retaliate with a strong style rock slide. You know, okay. I have a YouTube tab open, and that's how I can check my viewership and all that, and check whether or not, you know, my connection goes to absolute crap or not. And I think YouTube's high right now, because it's telling me I have 3 views. It's telling me I have 1 current viewer, but then a different spot says I have 2 current viewers. So, like, which one is it? I feel like something is wrong. God, you really need a Staraptor. Keeping its guard up. Oh no, what will I do? Oh no. Just chase it down. Just chase it down. There we go. Another one spawn, please. Please, somebody. What, Staraptor? I need you to spawn. This is getting ridiculous. I just want a Staraptor to spawn. do that much to get them to despawn either. Most of them I could just walk up to, stand right next to them, and then they would just vaporize. In chat it says there's 2 viewers. Weird. It's weird. YouTube's weird. There's an alpha Chansey. Scatterbangs. I could just make weaker Pokemon just stop existing with one attack. See how well it works. Scatterbang. Kind of. Scatterbang. What do the cakes do again? I feel like the cakes are going to be a very important mechanic. I think that's how I'm gonna have to do things, is with the cakes. Favorite dinosaur? I haven't had a question like that since I was like 6. Oh my god. I haven't thought about dinosaurs for that long. Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna have to be absurdly basic and just say the Triceratops, purely for the fact that I just don't have a reference for other dinosaurs. Like, I don't know that many dinosaurs. It's just never really my thing. Now, oh god, I knew a kid who was absolute animal fanatic. He knew so much about animals. And then just that was back in kindergarten. My god, you've unlocked, by asking one question, you have unlocked like such core memories for me. Ugh. Okay, I'm like slowly gonna go crazy. Okay, so figured out, looked up how the spawn mechanics work, and for the most part, they seem to be working as said it does. You beat up enough things in the area, and then stuff just respawns over time. At the same time, it's just like nothing's respawning, so I'm gonna like walk away. Unload it, and then we're gonna come back. See if that forces some spawns. No, still mostly empty and barren. Alright, I'm just gonna have to call it for a day here. You're a basic bitch yourself, and you like the T-Rex. Damn. I feel like there is a very big missed opportunity right here with the cakes. With that cake lore base, these cakes are potently effective at attracting bug Pokemon, also those with fairy-like charms. Nap time? No, not nap time. This is, I contemplate that there's potentially more that I could do, and that it is also almost midnight, so I'm gonna end it by just evolving these 3 Chanseys and then heading back to Jubilife. And then seeing about those cake recipes. And seeing if I can also just buy some cakes. Because if the cakes do what I think they do, then I've been, like, doing this wrong. And it will make me feel stupid. Because if I could use a cake lore to then force spawns of specific Pokemon, then that's going to have to be, like, the meta I have to use. Which means I would have to do some form of, like, resource grinding in between streams if possible, when possible, however possible. And then if I don't have enough resources, then I could probably do side quests. But also 33 unreported data. Yeah, that's a lot. Bedtime? Nah. Yeah, it's almost time for me to go to bed. Hey, caught 12 Pokemon. Really, gotta make sure I can get back up. Ah, I didn't even realize that Dusknoir was a alpha. Makes sense. 7,000. But also, I promised my mom I would do the dishes as well. So it's basically gonna do like half an hour of dishes and then bed with a wet shirt. Hey, I go up and I can become an 8-star member. Well, I may have not been able to fully complete a Pokedex entry, but hey, I'm going up a rank. I'm gonna save. Let's go up a rank. End the stream with a rank up. End of stream rank up. Woo. Open the door. Oh. Cutscene? Oh. Oh. Stupid bug, I thought I killed you. Oh no, you're gonna go into the wall. Cool. I was not expecting this cutscene. Oh no, there's more. Oh no, not the genies. Landers. Okay. I completely forgot they were in this. Oh my god, that's right. There's like a 4th one that only exists because of this game. God, at some point I'm gonna have to do all the side quests, but Pokedex comes first. Now I'm an 8th star. But you can now use jet balls. Oh yeah. Which are basically ultra balls that fly. Which is good. So that's something I didn't have previously, but now I do. Okay. Which just means more off-camera grinding for off-camera resources. And also just to look something up. Are you the guy I go for cake recipes? I don't think... yeah, okay, so you... Okay, so I can get cake recipes from you. But what about the ones I can just buy outright? Okay, they're like 400 each. Attracting more monsters Pokemon as well as dragons. Okay. Attracting Pokemon that dwell and wander among the fields. Attract fish Pokemon as well as bird and their flying ilk. Okay, I think I'm gonna need some bean cakes. Salt, grass, plants, or minerals. And that's just the base. Okay. So I'm gonna have to look up what these specific cakes actually do and see how many cakes there are in the game. And see if there's a way to unlock more cakes. And if there's a way to... And if cakes are gonna be as strong as I think they might be, and or as needed, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. Cakes, I'm gonna have to look up about... I'm gonna have to Google about cakes. I'm gonna have to learn about cakes. I came here for Pokemon, not for baking. I wanted to catch them all, not bake them all. But it's getting to my bedtime, and I need to do at least some amount of dishes before I go to bed. So that's going to be it for now. So, trying to think. Next stream, yeah, Thursday should be my next stream. And because of the way that I upload my videos, my next video most likely won't be until Friday. So, until then, see you there, and good night.